The boy lay still on the road, arms tucked under his cheek, eyes wide open, as if sleep had broken in half. Aaron's boots hit the pavement before the truck door fully closed. His daughter, Lily, stumbled behind him, red rubber boots thudding, breath sharp in her chest. The highway was quiet, but charged, like a wire just snapped. Trees lined the shoulder in tall, unmoving judgment. The boy didn't move. Aaron's voice, when it came, was too gentle for the panic coiling in his gut. "Hey, buddy." A few steps closer. Not too fast. Kids who freeze don't trust quick hands. The boy blinked once. Slow. Dust on his lashes. A tremble in the wrist tucked under his face. He wasn't hurt. Not exactly. Just gone somewhere too deep for words. Behind him, the girl hovered like a shadow. Bare knees scraped raw. Shirt smudged with road. She didn't speak. Just watched Aaron like she was memorizing him. Aaron had known silence like this before. After the accident, when Lily stopped speaking for nearly a year. When his nights had become rituals of listening for breath, for sobs, for anything human in the dark. He crouched low now, palms on his knees, the way you might speak to a skittish animal. "You're safe," he said. 3 words. A promise he wasn't sure he could keep. But they sat between them like a blanket pulled halfway up. The boy sat up slowly, limbs stiff. He didn't cry. Aaron reached out a hand. The boy didn't take it, but he didn't flinch either. It wasn't a decision. Not exactly. Just a moment Aaron didn't walk away from. They sat in the truck 20 minutes later. Lily in the back, silent. The girl next to her, holding the boy in her lap like he was made of glass. The kind of touch you learn too young, protective, practiced, parental. They didn't say names. Aaron didn't ask where they were from. He just drove. South. Toward nowhere, but away from whatever they'd been left in. Milo's old hoodie was draped over the girl's shoulders. She clutched it like a life vest. Aaron gripped the wheel harder when her fingers brushed the hem and froze there, like she wasn't used to softness. That night, in the small farmhouse that still smelled faintly of his late mother's lavender oil and canned peaches, Aaron laid out 2 extra plates. He didn't explain the kids to Milo, who blinked at them across the table like trying to remember a dream. But he didn't ask either. Just handed the boy still unnamed a fork. "Don't like carrots," the boy mumbled. First words. Milo smirked, flicked one off his plate in solidarity. The girl's older sister clearly glanced at them both. Still didn't speak. But the line of her jaw loosened. Barely. Aaron caught that shift like a prayer. Morning light pooled slow and honey-colored across the kitchen floor. The smell of toast, Milo's cartoons murmuring in the living room, the dog's nails clicking aimlessly across the wood. The girl stood at the sink, watching the steam rise from her chipped mug like it was trying to tell her something. She wore one of Lily's old t-shirts. Too big. Her collarbone sharp under cotton. But her eyes held more weight than anything in the house. Aaron moved carefully. Cereals on the table. A nod. Not quite trust. Not quite defiance either. Just presence. He didn't ask for more. It came in pieces. The boy, crawling into Milo's blanket fort, whispering jokes like secrets. The girl, folding laundry with precise mechanical hands until she found one of Lily's hair ties and stopped. Smiled. Barely. Lily offered her a worn-out book, and they sat together on the porch swing for hours. No words. Just turning pages, sun-cutting lines across their knees. Aaron cooked dinner. The girl watched his hands closely, measuring something deeper than ingredients. That night, she placed the dishes in the sink without being asked. It wasn't gratitude. It was beginning. The boy climbed onto the couch beside Aaron as the wind tapped against the windows. He leaned in without asking, thumb finding its way to his mouth again. "Can I sleep here?" Aaron nodded, arms settling around his narrow shoulders. Across the room, the girl hovered. A pause. Then she sat. One cushion between them. Enough space for fear, but not for leaving. "What's your name?" Aaron asked quietly. She hesitated. "June." It was the first thing she'd given him. He said it back like a vow. "June." And in that moment, something rooted quiet, soft, irreversible. The kind of change that doesn't shout, just stays.